English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast. If you're here, you've already taken the first step toward becoming the best version of yourself. I'm Erin, your host, your guide, and your cheerleader for today.
And I'm Daniel, the co-pilot on this journey to self-improvement and English fluency. Together, we're here to help you not just speak English like a pro, but live life like a legend.
Well said, Daniel. And today's topic is one that's as energizing as a fresh cup of coffee on a Monday morning. We're diving into how to become the best version of yourself.
Or as I like to call it, how to stop hitting the snooze button on your life. Trust me, folks, we've got insights, tips, and a few laughs lined up because, hey, self-improvement doesn't have to be all serious.
Let me start with a question. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I could totally do better than this?
Oh, all the time. I once spent a weekend binge-watching shows about people climbing mountains. By Sunday night, I was like, I've conquered Netflix, but what about my goals?
Ha, Daniel, that's so relatable. You know, I had a similar moment last year when I realized I'd been procrastinating on learning guitar for, wait for it, 5 years.
5 years? That's almost as long as it took me to learn how to cook rice properly.
Hey, rice is tricky. But seriously, moments like these are wake-up calls. They remind us that becoming our best selves isn't about giant leaps. It's about small, consistent steps.
Exactly, like starting your day with a made bed. You may not feel like the best version of yourself yet, but at least your bed does.
Oh, I love that. Listeners, we're going to talk about simple yet powerful ways to transform your life. Stick with us. It's going to be fun and practical.
By the way, we've put together a short and handy PDF for this episode. It's packed with all the tips and key vocabulary and phrases from today's conversation.
It's free, practical, and easy to follow. Just click the link in the description to grab your copy. You'll love it. All right, Daniel, let's dive in. We've touched on those wake-up call moments, but let's talk about what it really takes to become your best self. For me, it starts with self-care.
Oh, absolutely. Self-care is foundational. You can't pour from an empty cup, yet somehow we all act like we're bottomless teapots.
Haha, so true. I used to think self-care was just about pampering, like spa days or fancy skincare. But it's really about meeting your actual needs, getting enough sleep, moving your body, and staying hydrated.
Exactly. I was terrible at this for years. I'd skip meals, stay up late working, and wonder why I felt awful. Now I prioritize small things like going for a walk after lunch. It's a total game changer.
It really is. And it's not just physical. It's about mental and emotional care, too. Taking time to journal or even disconnect from social media can do wonders for your peace of mind.
Speaking of peace of mind, that ties right into having a growth mindset.
Oh, 100%. When you stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start viewing them as opportunities, everything changes.
For sure. I used to be terrified of failure, thinking, what if I mess up and everyone notices? But then I realized failing is part of growing. If you're not failing, you're probably not trying hard enough.
Exactly. I remember when I first started public speaking, I was so nervous, my hands would shake. But the more I practiced, the better I got. Now, it's one of my favorite things to do.
That's inspiring, Erin. And honestly, I think consistency is key here. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It comes from showing up day after day, even when it's tough.
So true. I always say, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. It's those small, consistent actions that lead to big changes.
Exactly. Take my workout routine, for example. It's not about crushing it every single day. It's about showing up, even if all I do is stretch.
And having the right environment makes showing up so much easier. Surrounding yourself with positivity can make a huge difference.
Oh, absolutely. I had this friend who was constantly negative. Spending time with them left me drained, and eventually I had to step back. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary.
That's a tough call, but I get it. Positivity and negativity are contagious. Surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, It's like fuel for your growth.
Totally. And it's not just people, it's what you consume too. I replaced doom scrolling with uplifting videos and books, and the impact on my mindset has been huge.
I love that. And speaking of growing, don't you think continuous learning is another big part of becoming your best self?
Absolutely. You don't have to go back to school. Even small things, reading a book, trying a new recipe, keep your mind engaged.
Yes, I've been learning Italian lately, just a few words here and there, but it's so rewarding. Plus, it's a great conversation starter.
Ha ha ha, I bet. I've been exploring photography, and it's opened up a whole new way of seeing the world.
That's amazing. And you know what ties all of this together? Gratitude.
Oh, for sure. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do.
Exactly. I've started writing down 3 things I'm thankful for every morning. Simple things like a sunny day or a good cup of coffee. It's changed how I start my day.
That's awesome. I do something similar at night, reflecting on what went well. It's a great way to end the day on a positive note.
Daniel, you know what else is a game changer? Communication skills.
Totally. You can have the best ideas, but if you can't express them clearly, it's like having a treasure chest with no key.
Exactly. For me, improving communication started with active listening. When you truly focus on what the other person is saying, conversations become so much better.
Oh, I've been guilty of thinking about my response instead of actually listening. But when I started paying attention, my conversations became more meaningful.
It's not just about listening, it's also how you present yourself. Clear, confident communication opens doors.
Speaking of opening doors, have you ever pushed yourself out of your comfort zone?
All the time. The first time I gave a public speech, I was shaking, but it turned out to be one of the most rewarding experiences of my life.
That's incredible. For me, it was joining a salsa class. I have zero rhythm, but I learned that being awkward is part of the process, and it's actually fun.
I love that. Breaking out of your comfort zone is where growth really happens. You can't win at life by staying in the same place.
Exactly. And you know what helps make the most of those moments? Being intentional with your time.
Oh, for sure. I used to feel constantly busy but not productive. Planning my day around priorities made all the difference.
Same. I block out specific times for focused work, and it's amazing how much more I get done.
It's all about quality over quantity, spending time on what truly matters instead of just filling your schedule.
And when things don't go as planned, that's when resilience kicks in.
Ah, resilience, the unsung hero of personal growth. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about bouncing back stronger.
Exactly. I think of resilience as a muscle. Every setback strengthens it, and over time you handle challenges better.
That's a great way to put it. I've learned to see setbacks as redirections, not endings. It's all about perspective.
And you know what gives resilience even more meaning? Giving back to others.
So true. Helping others, whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or just being there for a friend, is so fulfilling.
Absolutely. I started volunteering at a shelter last year, and it's been one of the most rewarding things I've done.
It's amazing how giving back doesn't just help others, it helps you too. It gives life a deeper sense of purpose.
Speaking of purpose, that's the final piece of the puzzle. Defining your values and your why.
Yes, knowing your why is like having a compass. It guides you through challenges and helps you make decisions that truly matter.
For me, it's about living a meaningful life, not just chasing success as society defines it.
Exactly. Success without purpose feels hollow. When you know your values, you can create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling.
And that's what it's all about, becoming the best version of yourself.
All right, listeners, before we wrap up, it's time for one of our favorite segments, Charlotte's Vocabulary Corner.
That's right. Charlotte is here to break down some of the key words and phrases from today's conversation to help you understand them better and use them confidently. Take it away, Charlotte.
Thank you, Aaron and Daniel. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to dive into today's vocabulary. It's packed with useful phrases that can really elevate your English. Let's start. Self-improvement, meaning making yourself better through habits and learning. Example: self-improvement starts with setting small, daily goals. Fluency, meaning speaking or writing smoothly and easily. Example: her fluency in French improved after living in Paris for a year. Legend, meaning someone admired for great achievements. Example: Michael is a legend in the world of music. Snooze button, meaning delaying something important. Example: don't hit the snooze button on your dreams. Start today. Wake-up call, meaning a moment that makes you realize something. Example: losing his job was a wake-up call to save more money. Procrastinating, meaning delaying tasks you should do. Example: she stopped procrastinating and finished her homework early. Consistency, meaning doing the same thing regularly over time. Example: consistency in studying helped him pass the exam. Discipline, meaning staying focused and following rules or goals. Example: discipline is key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Growth mindset, meaning believing you can improve with effort. Example: with a growth mindset, she turned her mistakes into lessons. Gratitude, meaning feeling thankful for what you have. Example: he expressed gratitude for his family's support. Positivity, meaning having a hopeful and cheerful attitude. Example: positivity can help you face challenges with confidence. Comfort zone, meaning a place or situation where you feel safe and unchallenged. Example: she stepped out of her comfort zone by joining a dance class. Resilience, meaning the ability to recover after a hard time. Example: his resilience helped him bounce back after the failure. Intentional, meaning done on purpose, not by accident. Example: she made an intentional effort to improve her English every day. Perspective, meaning the way you see or understand something. Example: traveling gave him a new perspective on life. Purpose, meaning the reason for doing something or meaning in life. Example: her purpose is to help people through her work. Values, meaning beliefs that are important to you. Example: honesty and kindness are the values she lives by. Authentic, meaning being real and true, not fake. Example: his authentic personality makes him a great leader.
Thank you, Charlotte. That was so helpful. All right, listeners. We hope today's conversation has inspired you to take small, meaningful steps toward your best self.
And don't forget to grab the free PDF for this episode. It's packed with tips and key phrases from today's chat.
Just click the link in the description. It's free, practical, and ready to help you on your journey.
Thanks for joining us on the English Leap podcast. Stay positive, stay curious, and keep growing.
See you next time, and remember, you've got this.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.